Okay guys, as we did in class today, we got started on these triangles and squares. So this is the back of this maze worksheet. Okay, so um, first of all, I think that we want to make sure that I tell you that these are all right triangles. So go ahead and add the little boxes in here to indicate these are all right triangles, okay? So now this is just kind of a fun little activity of just playing around with Pythagorean theorem. So as we said in class, okay, the sides here, the 7, the 24, and the 25, they don't add up. So like for example, 7 plus 24 is not going to equal 25. However, their squares do add up. So if you take 7, this area, okay, that's 7 times 7, which is 49, okay? And then this square here, that's 24 squared, or 4 times 24, that's 576 for this area. 25 times 25 is 625. Okay, so now let's take a look at these. As we talked about in class with the beaten gold, okay, these two smaller squares should add up to equal the largest square, which only works with right triangles. So let's see, 49 plus the 576, does that equal? Yes, okay? So this 49 came from 7 squared, this 576 came from 24 squared, and then this 625 came from 25 squared. Now these do equal, okay? So now we're going to use that to just figure out all the other areas of these squares. So 20 squared gives us the area of that square. So 20 times 20, which is 400. 21 squared, 21 times 21, which is 441. And then 29 squared, so 29 squared is 841. And once again, we have the 3 sides and we have the 3 squares. That's our goal for this worksheet. So let's try this one. This one was a little bit different. Now, it's easy to find the areas of these two squares because we have their sides. So 5 squared is 25, and 12 squared is 144. Okay, you can check that on your calculator. But now, I don't know the side, and I need to know, or this box area, and I need to know this side as well. Well, the box should be easy because the box is attached to the longest side, the hypotenuse, so this is going to be the biggest box, which means these two smaller boxes should add up to be that bigger box. So 25 plus 144 should equal 169. Okay, now how do we find this third side? You take 169 and you square root it to find the side of that area. You go from 2 dimensions to 1 dimension, so square root that, and that's 13. So now I have 3 sides and those 3 squares. The boxes, I'm done with that problem. Here, same thing. I need to find all 3 boxes, the areas of the boxes, and I need to find this missing third side. Now the area of this one is 6 squared, which is 36. Okay, 8 squared is 64. You can add these two to get this third box area. So 36 plus 64 is 100. Okay, now I need to find this third side. Well, if it's a square, you just square root 100 to get this missing side. Well, hopefully you know that's 10, but square root that and you get 10. Okay, once again, let me reiterate, the sides don't add up, but the 2 smaller squares add up to be the bigger square. Okay, so you can do that all the way throughout. Okay, for every single one of these, you should have 3 numbers and 3 sides, the lengths of 3 sides, and the area of the 3 boxes. So all of these problems here should have 6 answers, 6 numbers total. Here, you just need to figure out what the side length is and use what we've been doing on these problems to figure it out. Okay, so I saw several people do it different ways, which I love to see a variety of ways of approaching the problem. So in this case, you remember that, hey, the square of 10 is 100, and the square of 26, let's see, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. That's 676. Okay, so if you want to create a square, you could, and create a little square here, okay, because the 10's, you know, is a short side. So it's 100, and then this side, okay, well, if these 2 smaller squares should add up to be the biggest square because that biggest square is attached to the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, then you just take 676 and subtract 100. 676 subtract 100, and that's 576, okay? So how do I find the missing side? Square root it, and it's 24. Okay, so that's how you would do that problem, all right? Or some of you guys went ahead and did the a squared plus b squared equals c squared route, and you can do that as well. You can say, hey, I don't know this side, this will be my x, and 26 is your hypotenuse, so you put the 26 here, and you have, this could be your a, 10 squared plus x squared, because let's say you didn't know it was 24, okay? Then you can say, well, that's 100 plus x squared equals 26 squared is 676. Box, or circle, box, circle, subtract the 100. X squared equals 576, square root, x equals 24. So this is another way to figure out the answer as well. So I'm going to leave it to you guys to find the answers to these, and good luck.